Hello again, my fellow pilots and my fellow aircraft maintenance personnel. Your host is always Haytham Aly, and I'm an aviation technical instructor. Welcome to my aviation nuggets for today. Today I'm going to speak about the fire protection system in the Airbus A320 CFM engine. And mainly we will speak about the LEAP engine, LEAP 1A. Okay, everybody. So as you can see here, everybody, engine and APU fire protection is done by two subsystems: detection system and extinguish system. Fire detector loops exist, and also fire bottles, fire extinguish system, fire bottles. And you keep in mind that if you suffer from an engine fire or APU fire, you will do isolations and fire extinguish, after receiving the indication in the cockpit. Fire detection loops, everybody, fire detection loops are there to give you indication in the cockpit. Fire detector loops. And the engine fire will give you indication in the cockpit. The nacelle fire will give you indication in the cockpit. An external fire will give you an indication in the cockpit. And these three names are the name for engine fire: external, nacelle, okay, and engine fire. In that case, you will go and use the fire panel on the overhead panel. And also we have fire bottles. Okay, fire bottles are there for extinguish. So everybody, as you can see here, the engine and the APU have individual fire detection system. Each system has two identical detection loops, loop A and loop B, installed in parallel, and each loop, mainly in the CFM engine, includes three detector elements: fan, core, and pylon. And in the CFM LEAP engine, we have also four detector elements, not three, one more in the gearbox, one more on the gearbox. So these detection elements are located around the accessory gearbox, core engine area, and the pylon area. These detection elements are located around the accessory gearbox, core engine area, and the pylon area. What are the name of this area? Accessory gearbox, core engine area, and the pylon area. Sensitive area of the engine. Sensitive area of the engine, where it is an area that a flammable fluid duct exists and a high temperature also exists. So if a leak happen, which is the main source for an engine fire or nacelle fire, okay, if a leak happen, which is the main source for an engine fire or nacelle fire, okay, leak from a flammable fluid duct, it may auto-ignite due to the existence of high temperature. So detection element are always exist in the sensitive area of the engine. What we have sensitive area here on the CFM engine? Accessory gearbox, core engine area, and the pylon area. The two loops are monitored by a fire detection unit. Two loops are monitored by a fire detection unit. How many fire detection units do we have? We have FDU1 monitors the loop on engine 1. And the fire detection unit 2 monitors the loops on engine 2. So everybody, fire detection unit sends fire and fault signal to the flight warning computer for display on ECAP. If an engine fire happen, we have indication in the cockpit. Engine fire may be happening on ground or in flight. And we have master warning, CRC, fire indication underneath the master lever of the affected engine. Fire push button illuminate on the fire overhead panel. Okay, everybody. Fire procedure and the fire warning on the upper ECAM, and also maybe nacelle temperature on the lower ECAM. Okay, so the guarded fire push button switch give fire indication and are used to isolate the related system. Guarded fire push button give you indication. It eliminates red in case of fire, one of the indication for an engine fire, nacelle fire, or an external fire, and are used to isolate the related system. Main isolation for the systems that may propagate the fire are from the fire push button: hydraulic isolation, fatigue isolation, IDJD energize, what else isolation, pneumatic air conditioning, and also energize the squib on the fire bottles. Okay, Remember, releasing the fire push button, close the low pressure fuel valve on the wing. Okay, everybody? Okay. So when the fire push button is released out, engine or APU will shut down. And this also arms the extinguish system. When you release the fire push button, it arms the squips on the fire bottle. So you will have on the agent push button switch on the overhead panel, squib and squib. So it's ready. It is ready, okay, to be discharged. How many fire bottles do each engine have? Each engine has 2 fire bottles installed in the pylon. And the discharge of each bottle is controlled by a related agent push button switch on the fire panel. For engine 1, 2 agent. For engine 2, 2 agent. For the APU, 1 agent push button switch. And for the APU, there is only 1 fire extinguisher bottle which is installed in the aft fuselage forward of the APU firewall. Its discharge is controlled by 1 agent push button switch on the ground. An APU fire will cause an automatic APU shutdown and automatic discharge of the bottle. Automatic discharge of the bottle. We have what it called APU auto extinguish function on ground. In that case, the APU will shut down without cooling cycle. And also we have on the fire panel, everybody, a test button are used to do test on the different fire detection and extinguish system and make sure they operate correctly. So before, remember always before starting any engine or APU, you do the fire test. You do the fire test. Press and hold on the fire test button. In that case, the detection function and the extinguish function will be tested at the same time. The detection function and extinguish function will be tested at the same time. Okay? Okay, so as you can see here, this is the fire panel, everybody. 3 fire push button switches, 1 for engine 1, 1 for engine 2, and the third for APU. And the 2 fire bottles, agent 1 and agent 2 for engine 1, 1 agent push button for the APU, and the 2 agent for engine number 2. Here, as you can see here, our engine, and we have the detector elements, loop A and loop B running in parallel for fan, core, and pylon. Fan, core, and pylon. Accessory gearbox. This is for the engine. This is for the APU. For the APU, we have single detector element, and we have fire detection unit for the APU, and the fire detection unit 1 for engine 1, and another fire detection unit 2 for engine number 2. And a fire indication or fire alarm will come on an AND logic. Loop A and loop B confirm, or loop A fire, loop B faulty, or loop B fire, loop A faulty, or loop A and loop B faulty within short seconds. Within short seconds. So we have here the blue is the junction loop A, and red is the junction loop B. Okay, everybody? Okay. So let's see here. For Pratt & Whitney 1100G engine, the accessory gearbox is located in the core engine area. Okay. And the BW has 3 fire detectors, pylon, AGB, and core. And the CFM LEAP has 4 detectors, pylon, fan, AGB, and core. Pylon, fan, AGB, accessory gearbox, and core. The fire detection and extinguish principle is identical on all single aisle family. The fire detection and extinguish principle is identical on all single aisle family. Okay, everybody? Okay. This is for CFM LEAP engine, 4 fire detectors. Okay, fan, core, pylon, and AGB. Fan, core, pylon, and AGB. Accessory gearbox. Accessory gearbox. Okay. Okay. So, this was our training session for today. We discuss the fire protection system of the single aisle family for the CFM engine for V2500, 3 detector elements for CFM and V2500, 4 detector elements for the CFM LEAP, and mainly we discuss chapter 26 or fire protection system for engine and the APU. In our next session, we'll speak a little bit regarding the avionics smoke detection on the single aisle family Airbus A320 aircraft. Thank you always for your good listening, and always please stay tuned for upcoming sessions like this. This is not a formal training, this is a added value session to increase your performance and awareness. Please don't use for maintenance or flight. Please don't use for maintenance or flight. From Cairo, Egypt, your host was Haytham Aly, and I'm an aviation technical instructor. Thank you and goodbye.